In this tutorial, we will learn about polymorphism. In the earlier sessions, we have seen method overriding and method overloading. Polymorphism means same thing in different kinds. Polymorphism is a combination of two words. One is poly and morphs. Poly means many and morphs means forms. Polymorphism means many forms. Example, pen. You can buy in red, green, blue and black, etc. To achieve polymorphism, we have to follow three simple steps, namely inherit a class from base class, override a method from base class which has virtual keyword on it, access modifiers in the last like public, private. In this we are having two types of polymorphism. One is compile time polymorphism and another is runtime polymorphism. Defining multiple methods with the same name but with different parameters is known as compile time polymorphism or method overloading, and it is also called as early binding or static binding. We can achieve this by performing different tasks with same method name by passing different parameters. Now runtime polymorphism. Runtime polymorphism is nothing but we can override a base class method in derived class by creating a method with same method name and same parameters to perform a different task. Runtime polymorphism can be achieved by using method overriding, and it is also called as late binding or dynamic binding. We will see in our real-time example. Compile time polymorphism, runtime polymorphism. In compile time polymorphism, we use method overloading. As you can see here, method overloading. In runtime polymorphism, we use method overriding because in base class, virtual method is used to be overridden in the derived class. As you can see here, we use method overriding. So we'll see. So first we will see about compile time polymorphism, which is nothing but method overloading. We should follow these three steps. Inherit a class from base class, override a method from base class which has virtual keyword on it, access modifiers in last. We will see in this is my earlier sessions project, so we will do in this only because we don't want to extend our video. So already I have created this calculator class. Inside of this we are having two methods which is having same name but different parameters, is known as method overloading. As you can see, int a, int b, and another method is same but different signatures, int a, int b, int c. Now inside of main method, what we are doing, we have created an instance of a class like calculator, calc.add 5,5, calc.add 5,5,5, 3 parameters. So as you can see, I have added and printing the value total. So save it and run this. Before that, we have to check whether it is our startup project or not, because I have created two classes, two different classes. So startup object should be our calculator. Save it and run this. Result is 10, result is 15. Our output is correctly we are getting. So this is method overloading compile time polymorphism. We will see runtime polymorphism also. As you can see here, base class we are having. I already created this. You can see this code my earlier video, method overriding. As you can see, virtual method I am having in base class. This can be overridden in derived class by providing override. So here we are inheriting with derived class. In main method, what we are doing, base class bc is equals to new derived class bc dot print. So what it will do, it will go to our base class method and print and override derived class method. As you can see here, this is the theory of compile time polymorphism and runtime polymorphism. Method overloading we have seen already. Now we will see runtime polymorphism, which is nothing but method overriding. So we will see in our Visual Studio. Virtual override, and same print methods are there. Start a project, derive class, save it, and run this. So we are getting derive class called because we are inheriting with base class. So derive class will be override. So this is the perfect example of method overriding or runtime polymorphism. These three steps we should remember: inherit a class from base class, override a method from base class which has virtual keyword on it, and access modifiers in the last. So as you can see in our example, we are having virtual method and override in derive class, and these public modifiers are there, and after that we are calling.